Is it possible to make a miniature tank from scratch in just a couple of hours? Let's find out! I start this speed challenge by collecting some selected pieces from my huge pile of plastic junk. The size of this miniature is 7 by 5 centimeters. This empty printer ink cartridge has the perfect dimensions and work fine for the base structure. This lid part of a deodorant is used as the turret. I don't know what this is, but it has some nice details, so I glue it to the body. Since it's impossible to make a clean job in just a couple of hours, I don't hold back on the baking soda. I want this challenge to be a genuine 2-hour challenge, so I don't plan anything in advance. As you can see, I have a really hard time figuring out how to attach the turret, which, according to the game's rules, must be able to rotate. If you don't already know, this kind of small tank is actually called a tonk and have recently been made famous by crafters like Bill Making Stuff, his brother Dan over at Dan Does, and his brother Bill over at Bill Making Stuff. The gun is part of a plastic straw, believe it or not. I also attach a ladder from an old fire truck toy and a washer to insinuate a hatch on top. These rhinestones are way too big for a normal tank mini, but they work in this comic style, I think. The wheels are similar or similar-ish caps glued together and to what Google tells me is a grounding terminal. Next, I cut thin strips of EVA foam to make the threads. The gun was a bit short and boring and is extended with another plastic straw. This bits box contains junk from a time when the Coke bottle cap were still free. This is very hard to do fast and pretty, but the time limit doesn't allow me to spend time on it. So, it is what it is. A few more Gribblies before priming. I let the primer set for about 20 minutes before I start the 30-minute paint job left of my 2-hour speed challenge. I use contrast paints first, brown to the body and wheels. The only thing I worry about at this stage is covering the tank in color. The turret and gun is covered in a coat of green contrast paint. The tracks get a tan color, just to make them stand out a bit better to the rest. The paint and washes are still wet, so a dry brush will not work that great. So I dab on some white with a sponge to the edges and high spots and everywhere else really, before slapping on a thick layer of earth texture. To really grime this tank up, I apply some Agrix Earth Shade. Oh, and even though the dry brush will not work great, I still add some. Now, please enjoy the time lapse. I really hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more fun projects in the future. Until then, goodbye.